said, I worked for the school district for 34 years. And when I had to go to a elementary, high school, whatever, if I couldn't find a head custodian, I would go to the office. I wouldn't ask the principal. I'd go right to the secretary. Because everybody knows the secretary ran the school. Seriously. Well, basically the secretary, the administrative secretary ran this place. He just had his name on the title, and that was the big shot here. But the women mostly ran this. Okay, this is one bathroom for this whole floor. Until one day, I'll take you down the end, I'll tell you what happened that day. This room in here, I'm going to take you through. This is the storeroom part here. This is the original post office. This post office was established in 1895. They had enough boys here where they could actually have their own zip code. All these letters and these stamps are the personal effects of one of our board members. Some of them are addressed to right here, boys right here, and that. This is all her collection that she had. But it wasn't a big post office. Their mail would be sorted right here. There was a shelf back here with all the pigeonholes in it and that. And I did a regular tour, I'm going to say 4 or 5 years ago. And a young lady on that tour asked me if she could come into the post office. Normally we have it blocked off. She came in here and I said, well, why do you want to go in? She goes, my dad was a ward here. He sat behind his window and sorted the mail, and he just passed away. Well, I had just recently lost my dad 2 weeks before that. So her and I came in here and we both had a good cry at each other. You know. But it was pretty interesting to find someone that knew somebody that worked in the post office in here. This is the original desk right here that was built right here for one of the, I believe it was assistant superintendent's desk. The boys built that, and it just came back to us. It was just donated back. Some stuff is coming back real slow. But if any of you know a window washer that's not too busy, that wants to volunteer sometime, I got about 256 windows here he can wash. Okay? Because that's what this building has in it. We're going to go right through here. This was their original mail drop right here. Somebody took the design box cover that they had on it. They would drop right there. They would sort it, put it here. The boys would be escorted in, pick up their bag of mail, and take it to various companies. Believe it or not, this building has no elevator. Pardon me?
That's gone too.
Oh yeah, that's gone. That's gone. Actually, if I open this door, you see yourself because you're on video. You were on video when you came through the gate in your car. We've got your license number. We've got everything. This was the elevator shaft on this floor here. You can come on out. This is one of 2 devices in the state of California that are still in existence. This was not a electric-driven elevator. This is not a pull chain or whatever you want to call it elevator. This was actually a water-driven elevator. It ran by water. There used to be a 100-gallon water tank above shaft here that connected to a 400-gallon water tank that connected to it was below the water tower. I mean the bell tower. There's 2 4-inch lines down in the basement that go up to an 18-inch line at the big tank that is fed all the way to the Henderson Reservoir at 130 pounds per square inch of water pressure. The superintendent would ring the bell. We don't know what the code was to go up or go down. I'll show you the control room downstairs in the basement. When we go to the basement, the boys would open the valve up. It would release 100 gallons of water to this particular tank. Once it hit the level, the 2 hydraulics would kick in. It would take him up, stop him. Once he wanted to come back down, they would open up another valve, and here goes 100 gallons of water to waste.
How long would it take?
Pardon me?
How long would it take? I mean, would it be faster?
No, it drained fast. It drained pretty fast. Well, 100 gallons doesn't seem a lot, But when you've got a drought, and back in the 20s and the 30s here, they had a lot of droughts, okay? They had springs everywhere. They had drinking water, they had as much water as they really needed till they had a drought, okay? Some days the boys would come in and off the farms, working off the farm, they couldn't take a shower for up to 3 weeks at a time. So you're out there at 100-some degrees working for 4 hours. Every boy went to school every day for 4 hours, either in the morning or in the afternoon. And while he wasn't at school, that other 4 hours, he was spent at a trade, at a different trade. When he left here, when he was paroled out of here, he had 3 trades that he learned. He also could have got a high school diploma in 1945 and later. But before that, he still went to school no matter how old he was. So they had an education and they had something that they could fall back on. Any questions?
Was there music here?
Oh, yes, ma'am. They were noted for county fairs. They had a wagon, and with a band on it. They would take them all over the state, local. But they were good. Actually, Lee J. Cobb, the movie actor, he was a concert violinist when he was here. He was so good. He was also a poet when he was here. He was sent here from vagrancy, walking around, 18 years old. They picked him up. But no, their music here was fabulous. Did you see the band uniforms and all that in there? Yeah. No, the kids were good. They were really good. They were great musicians. They were great with athletics, football, baseball. These kids were great, but they just couldn't stay out of trouble. But a lot of it was petty stuff. 10 cents, stole a dime. Another kid stole a loaf of bread. It's a lot of vagrancy kids picked up for truancy. For vagrancy and that. Petty crimes. Any other questions? Okay, we're going to go this way. This is the staff dining room. You're welcome to go right in there. I'm going to meet you. I'm going to go through the other door. Feel free to walk around. Look around. This is the staff dining room. If you actually worked here, you could come in here and eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Okay? The furniture that you do see in here is from the superintendent's house. If you come up the road up here, the big 2-story house.
Oh, that Tudor style and...
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, that's where the superintendent. He didn't live there till after 1930. Before that, he was right here. He had to live right here. Okay? We did not get